with Avowed. I think last time we were just finishing up some quests, so we should have plenty of, yeah, because we went and found this. So we're going to go investigate this Zarp camp, and then we're going to do these grave sites. Yeah, that should be it. Then we gotta go find the cartographer in Nakutetic, and then we'll do a little exploring on the way just to kind of see if we're missing anything. I think we did a pretty good job as far as finding, like, you know, at least the quest starts, you know. There's a lot of map that's Fog of War, but the tricky thing with this game is, like, it's Fog of War, like, you can see it's pretty tight to your character. So I can look over there and be like, I don't really want to go over there, right? But it's not going to be on the Fog of War, right?
Coming in hot.
Which is, meh. I'm not a huge fan of Fog of War in these type of games. On a map, I think generally just giving you a map's better, because the map, if done correctly, and the map, if done correctly, like Elden Ring does. Oh, this is Lake Lacuna. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Some goodies over there. The map, if done correctly, like Elden Ring does. What the hell? Bunch of revenants tending to the trees. Jeez, I can't complete my thought because I keep saying something interesting. So, you know, exploration's good in the game, right? If you're trying to, like, have a thought and you just keep seeing cool stuff. What I was gonna say was, maps, when done correctly, invite exploration, right? Skyrim does this pretty well, but it's a little trickier with Skyrim. But Skyrim does a pretty good job of it, where by virtue of you being able to look at this whole world map in kind of this big overhead perspective, I'm in this motherfucking lake, dude. Elden Ring does the best job of it, in my opinion, where you look at the map, and the way the map is oriented, the art style of the map, everything like that, makes you want to explore certain aspects of the map, right? Because by looking at it, you're like, oh, what is this? What is that? What is that? You know what I mean? A pitted rock, reported to be a piece of Ione's Brathar. Eora's shattered third moon. Ooh, whoa. Hold up. Eora has 3 moons? Or had 3 moons? I didn't even know it had 2. I looked at the night sky more. Strangely warm for something that's been underwater. These are like skeletal hands reaching. Pause so I don't drown. Reaching for that meteorite. That's fascinating. Gotta get him quick. Right. Oh, we were not supposed to do that. Okay, hold on. Let's go talk to that quest bearer before we do that. Whoops. That piece of moon, though. Alright, we were right here. Sick. We dropped down here. Sorry, like, I hate reloading decisions, but at the same time, I will reload something that's not doing what I want, right? So, like, we had that one glitch in Chapter 1. I'm gonna say Chapter 1, I don't know the game divided up by chapters, but in the first area of the game, we had that glitch where we made a decision, but because, like, the decisions we made contradicted each other, the game like just wigged out and didn't understand how to reconcile it. That was like one glitch for day one, not the end of the world. And like I said, that was early access, so I am not tripping over the fact that that happened. And then we reloaded that one because I was like, I thought I could go back and talk to her, and you can't. Those are the only two decisions we've reloaded, you know, because of the decision. One was a glitch, and one was just an unintended, like, I thought the quest was going to play out differently, and that I would have a chance to talk to that woman again, but she just vanished. I was like, oh, shit. That's not what I wanted to happen. I wanted to go kill the other infected, come back, give her some modicum of peace by being like, hey, here's the badge of him, now you're going to join him, and then kill her. But property of Josep Abiaco.
The water is beautiful, wouldn't you agree? The surface is calm, but the depths are full of life. Should I be? In the time of the ancients, a piece of the sky fell here. Then came the water. It pulses with essence, though it does not live. You are a godlike. I'm surprised it did not speak to you.
A bubble in a pond, laughter in the soul. We sense mockery.
You hear a voice? A god, perhaps? You must be truly blessed. Forgive me. We have no reason to know each other. I mediate between mortals and the Lady of Lament. Some call me a gift bearer.
Oh, good. I could use a new pair of boots.
We had one come to Paradise once. Thought he was a grifter. Especially since he only seemed to want tokens made of gold or gems.
They do, but coin doesn't concern me. Healing is my calling. That's what brought me to this lake. The shard of sky is a fragment of Ione Bratha. When the moon shattered, it fell here.
Why did
Its
the moon
memory
shatter?
is long and full of pain.
Small moon that collided with Aora thousands of years ago. Myth tell of the goddess Andra pulling the moon into her watery embrace. Fragments of Ione Bratha are still found around Aora. So it crashed into the ocean, and then pieces, because it shattered, pieces scattered all over. I'm assuming the goddess Ona pulling it to her watery embrace means pulling it into the ocean, but that's what it is.
Andra does. She wanted its heart, but it broke before she could grasp it. I sense their discontent. I wonder if Andra does, too. If you retrieve the stone, find me at the harbor to the south. I have plans for it, and you. Take care when you breach the surface, though. The vessels might react. I would never. I hold space for essence. I do not tamper with it. Make sure you hold your breath, godlike. Your work in this life is not finished.
I'd watch what I say around this one. He's pretty literal.
Why would you even say that, Envoy? Using special rocks for rituals? Madness.
Alright. So now we can appreciate this rock a little bit. So we dive down. That's why they give you a health potion, in case you're drowning. But yeah, look at this. All the skeletons in the lake are reaching for this meteor. That's super wild. Cool world building.
Hurry, Envoy. Those revenants are definitely coming this way. Come and get them. Oh,
I got hella poisoned. Hold on. Where's the grog? You get poisoned? Drink some booze, dude.
got them all.
Jesus. It was a pretty involved little fight. Mushrooms.
Keep quiet. Show me what you got.
Jeez. I like touched my controller a little too much. It's a bad miss. Ah, alright. Yeah. There you go.
Not bad, Marius.
Let's get some some normal food going. What's going on with all these dead bodies? So there's X's on the map? Let's figure out what's good here. Ah. It's a dude and a bear. Ooh. Break the wall. You're joking. got caught on that spider. Trying to use my charge. There it goes. It's back here. Chest. Assume we already found this beacon. We just made our way. Yeah, just made a loop. We ended up getting hella distracted and going the wrong way. That's on me, you know. We'll be brought back to here. We'll go the right direction this time. I got distracted by the lake, but I'm glad we did, because that was a cool sequence of events. The meteor. Summoning the dead, you know. I like fantasy worlds that both A, reconcile the addition of gunpowder. I've said this before, but I think the firearm in general is kind of the great equalizer, and it makes sense in a lot of fantasy environments. A lot of game worlds don't want to have it because Lord of the Rings, or fantasy worlds in general, because Lord of the Rings. But it makes way more sense when you think about the fact that, like most pieces of material or weapons or armaments that are used in human warfare, like there's always an arms race, right? Where some aspect of defense, armor, whatever, medicine.
These Zarps weren't acting hostile.
I'd always heard they're more scared of us than we are of them.
Interesting. Let me finish my thought, though. There's always an arms race, right, between the technology of the era, be that on the offensive or the defensive side, right, and the medical side. And they bounce back and forth, right? So there's a period of time in human history where armor, that's where you get like full plate, and those things exceeded the ability of the weaponry, right? Like, sure, hammers and things can bust up somebody in armor pretty bad. But even when you look at like weapon tests, where somebody wails like a piece of full plate with a hammer, it's not it's not like it's going through it, right? You're just getting rocked, right, in the metal, and there's a lot of force transference, and that you know does its own whole set of damage to the individual inside the armor. But then the firearm's created, and then all of a sudden armor has to be potent enough to stop a bullet. And that got really expensive, so then you started going, well, ooh, let's just not wear armor. And then the medicine got really important, right? And then the medicine was all messed up as firearms continued to progress, right? And then as medicine was just starting to catch up, then the machine gun came out, right? And then you have that whole aspect. World War I was brutal, right? And then the tank was made, and then, you know, so you have this kind of, you know, back and forth ebb and flow of armaments where, because one thing exists, the counter to that thing has to exist, and then, you know, it continues to build on itself in layers. The firearm is so natural in a world where magic is that I'm shocked that more universes don't talk about it, because, like, if I was a non-magical individual who potentially would have to go into combat against somebody who was magical, I'm not going to want to fight them with a sword, dude. They'll roast me alive in my armor. What I would want to do is I'd want to shoot them, right? And I would want to figure out that technology as fast as possible. And that's why I think gunpowder makes way more sense in fantastical settings, because non-magical people would want something to even the playing field, and a bullet will even the playing field way more than a sword will, or a crossbow.
Cave up on the cliff. Maybe these Zarps are protecting something.
What a statue you have carved. Look at that thing. Hey, it's not a Zara. It's got 2 tails. Y'all have 2 tails? Y'all have 1 tail. What did y'all carve? Is this even your carving? Or is this a piece of godless art that you stole? That skull's huge. What the fuck? Sorry, I got distracted. Thing's massive.
Right. Smells like Zarub's in here.
Indeed it does.
Come closer now. I know you're there. Don't worry. My friends here won't bite. Ah, there you are. I appreciate your restraint. Most people would have a hard time walking among a camp full of Zarubs. Well then, let's take a moment to talk. Oh, surely your experience in battle has taught you the benefits of having unconventional allies? These Zarubs and I have formed a symbiosis, like the poor frog and the abyss viper.
Gods help me. This guy is making sense.
I provide them with safety, prey, and peace, and they help me further some of my more controversial goals.
Yeah. I'm in. Damn, 9? Holy hell. Oh, yeah,
Wars
they're
are won
weapons.
with words as well as weapons. Choose yours carefully. You may have noticed a couple of things about Emerald Stair. The people are pushing against nature, and nature is pushing back. The Animancers with their soul machines are poisoning the land, driving it to find new ways to protect itself. As a result, the plants are rising up, and the land has afflicted us with the Dream Scourge. It is doing what it can to survive. Yes, that's exactly it. We destroy the Animancer's equipment, remove the threat, and the land can struggle and grow as has always been intended. Meanwhile, I protect my Zarub friends and keep them from carrying out the bloodier raids they might have done without my direction.
I may not love animancy, but I don't trust this guy at all. You don't settle an honest dispute by sneaking and sabotaging.
I hate to say it, but if there's a chance that animancy is causing the Dream Scourge, this Nimdude might be in the right.
I don't think animancy is causing the Dream Scourge. I think that'd be too simple of an answer. I think the Dream Scourge is getting caused by the fact that I have... My current thought process on it is that I have a god, or the same being that makes up the gods in this universe, who was trapped in the in-between instead of, you know, allowed to roam free and have influence like the other ones, who was trapped and chained and caged in the in-between for probably, what, their safety, the other god's safety, so they could create a civilized land. And they were worshipped, or some core aspect of the godless people. So all divinity was stricken from history when the godless were disappeared, right? And I think the existence of this foreign god that manipulates life, specifically fungal life, and represents kind of nature unrestrained, is lashing out. Deliberately or not, right? I think some of it might not even be conscious. And that's why when we talk to people who have the Dream Scourge, they sound a lot like the voice in my head, right? Like the words they use, the way they describe things. I think that's what's going on. Yeah. You're making the people starve, right? And ultimately, whether you support animancy or not, you're still wrecking farmers' lives. You know what I mean?
I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but I will change your mind. Trust me.
What the fuck is that?
What's up?
Damn! Damn! Yo! What the fuck? That was way harder of a fight than I thought it was gonna be. Holy shit. Okay, hold on.
Is that all you got?
Let's get out of this area. Need a minute to breathe there for a second. Let's get some shots in there. I thought we were just going to be able to swing through that fight. That is obviously not the answer. We're going to back up. We're going to get some gunshots in there. What the fuck just happened? Was he hitting me with like fireballs or some shit? Ah, the shaman. Okay. I don't know why I charged that up. I did that. Oh,
I think I sprained my shoulder.
wolf boots. +1 constitution, +2% dodge distance. It's just not really great. Because like these ones that I'm wearing have like a double effect. They can be resolve and stamina, which is great because I've been leveling stamina. All right, just a little note here. We got hella money. I'm gonna not respec necessarily, like, because I'm not changing my build up, but I am gonna spend the 750 so that I can mess around with this, because that was an 11 perception check, and what makes me nervous about that being an 11 perception check is like what am I trying to say here? Do this here, boom, 12. Okay. Yeah, we'll do 12. I'm spec'd into perception, right? Like, I am a perception build, yet I am failing perception checks because they are now exceeding the amount of points that I have put in there, which makes me go, well, I need something for dialogue, right? So we'll level it up to 12, and then we should be able to perceive everything, because I wanted to call him out on the fact that he said, like, you know, my more previous goals or what exactly, I can't remember exactly how he worded it. It was weird though. I wanted to call him out on it. I couldn't. I had a war hero dialogue. I was like, hey, you're using these Zarups as weapons, which is true, right? But that's not what I wanted to say in the moment. And I bet that perception check, that 11, is actually what I wanted to say, which was like, hey, dude, what do you mean by nefarious goals, right? Like, what are your ulterior motives?
Misguided Nimdu.
Oh
I
shit!
really don't think nature can make itself stare.
That's true as well. I need to figure out. I understand that animancy is like soul magic. For me to really understand how I feel about what's going on with the animancy in Lourdes Messiverno, I need to understand,
That's one for us.
like, how soul magic works. Like, are they burning souls? Are they using souls as fuel? Like, is it coral from Armor Core? right? Where they are burning like this resource. Or alternatively, is it like no harm, no foul? Or is it like tapping into, you know, the vein of energy, like essence, right? That's not necessarily like burning a soul, but more of like manipulating the essence of the world of which souls in this game are also made of, right? Like how big of a deal is using a soul to power your crop machines? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because if they are preventing people from entering the afterlife because they are cooking with souls,
On your right.
I might have a problem with that. Especially since it seems like they're using correctedness, right? Because they're tapping into Nakutetic. It's where all like the wires and shit come from. If they're using like godless souls from their dead bodies in Nakutetic to feed their machines, I might have a problem with that. Just like, I don't think that's the right thing to do. Because you're preventing these souls from entering the afterlife or going into the reincarnation. Because this game's big on, the lore here is big on reincarnation, right? That's what like the wheel is. If that's the case, we might have a problem with Fior Messiverno's use of souls. But at the end of the day, the philosophy our character's kind of taking on a lot of this is like, what's good for the dead can't help the living, right? And it's way more important to help the living than it is to help the dead. So far. Because they're still alive. You know? Speaking of which, that's I just figured out the answer to the other quest, which is like the whole giving plates of food to the dead people graves, and I think the right answer there might be to turn that one in. Because like people are starving in Fior Messiverno. There's no way that the right answer to this situation is feed the dead bodies.
Let's go. We're on your right. Coming from your right.
Ow. Damn. Damn. So where's that priest at? That priest is being problematic. My dude.
Next one's mine.
Yeah. We're gonna do a little. We're gonna hit this camp up since we're here. Hey, how are you? Good to see you again. I was not paying attention to the chat. That's my bad. What are we doing? I want to do this. Let's see if we can't craft some goodies. Does that give us enough to upgrade this? It sure does. Look at that. Oh, man. Corrupted Adra. Okay. Interesting. Joe, anything you want to say?
Those dreams seem to be getting worse. How are you feeling? I'll be here if you need me.
Right.
No. Yeah, we're good.
Until next time.
Ah, dude. I really think the right thing to do here is to talk to the grain merchant about the stolen food. You know? It sucks that that's the case, because, like, the woman's trying to do the right thing or whatever, but she's not doing the right thing. And she's selfishly, like, believing that by taking this perfectly good food and giving it to dead people, she's going to cure the land, which like, I keep saying that, like, these people are looking for easy answers to a complex problem, right? It is not as simple as being like, well, animancy's causing the dream spirit. No, that's 100% not what it is. I don't know what's causing the dream scourge, but I got a pretty good idea, and I guarantee you it's not as simple as, you know, just animancy or just, you know, whatever. That ain't it.
Listen, if you need food, you're going to have to get in line like every... I had noticed food missing, but I hoped it was rats. I would normally let this sort of thing slide, but right now, every piece of food missing is a person who goes hungry. Right now, I'd much rather have the food, but this will go a long way if we ever get another merchant from Dawnshore. Thank you. It may not seem like much, but this could mean life or death to some people. I should get back.
That's me feel better. That makes me feel better about the decision. I could at least pay for the food and then continue the quest. That's a good enough answer for me, you know. I'll take it. There is a plant in here. Ha. It's a chest here. The exploration of this game is so good. It really is really nice. Dude, your boots would be so wet, slodging through that. Oh, that would ruin your whole day. It's like the worst feeling to be like walking around out in these kind of areas where like you're not going to be able to. Not gonna be able to do anything about the fact that your feet are wet, right? But your feet are going to be wet.
job, everyone.
What's this? An apple. Apple a day keeps the dead at bay.
Think about this when we're all eating leaf stew tonight.
The brave Fiorian settlers that attempted to tame the swamplands, we leave you this site of honor to your sacrifice. May Kiarno welcome you with open arms and guide you on a safe journey around the wheel. See, that's what's bothered me, right? Is like, it's kind of gnawing at me the more I think about it. Does animancy prevent the souls from going to the wheel, to getting reincarnated, right? Because, like, if it prevents reincarnation, then, like, animancy sucks, dude. Right? Like, that's not a good, it's not a good thing, you know?
For more.
Bar. Huh? Go around back. Aha! Switch.
What's Helia god of again? Creepy places full of murder and ghosts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing over there. Interesting. In here, this the cave's interesting. Oh, we've already been here. Look at that. Backpack looted. Okay. Right, so this is where we figured out how to get to that ogre camp up here. So we want to go the other way? We want to go down this way? Assuming so. Let's start going this way. He does a good job with the wind sounds when you get up in high places. If you're standing on something like really high, the wind just batters your eardrums, and it's cool to see a game that takes that into account. All right, so we're getting our bearing. We did this exploration like way long time ago, a few days ago, I think. But we ended up there, so we can work our way around this way. If you find this, don't bother with this spot. My boys and I have already scouted this place. It's no good. We found some fool who'd come to collect his coin and shook him down for it. We heard noises from the ruins all night. I'm not dying over a few skets. Godless sinkhole. This is the, where we found the dead dude, right? Yep. Okay. So this is the one who, like, blackmailed the person threw the gems in the water. He went in there and drowned. I recall now where we're at. I don't think we've been over here, though. Easy way to tell. Trying to... Oh, we walked over here. We didn't go in this place. So let's go in. Shrine to Scan. Skin? Mother, if you find this, do not weep for me. I know what they did to you. I know what must be done. I regret nothing. Whatever it costs me, I am prepared. If the quiet slave hears me, none of them will ever hurt you again. This is a blood fucking ritual, dude. Look at this. Interesting.
Bet that was part of something once.
I bet it was. Makes sense. So that's the totem base for the other god. We're using Wodika's right now, which is the one from the first area. Makes sense. So it seems like the totem base is always at their shrine in the area. So if you find their shrine, you'll always find the totem base. I'm assuming there's probably one per area. Might not be like literally per area. It might do the same thing that Outer Worlds did, where there's like a few open areas like this, and then like the last two areas or one area are pretty like linear. Like they're not big open worlds like this. Like Tartarus was that way in Outer Worlds, where like sure you were landing on a planet, but it was one prison that you were going to. You know what I mean? It was not like it was like an open world like the previous areas of the game. Which is fine. I think it's an interesting way to make these kind of games. And Obsidian seems to be really locking in that as a part of their game design philosophy. Because this game and Outer Worlds play very similar. Jeez, give me a break, Chris. Let me reload. I'm curious how much, if at all, Outer Worlds 2 is gonna break from that, right? My current philosophy, or not philosophy, but it's still in the morning. I'm still working on it. Still working on my caffeine. My current hypothesis on what Obsidian's doing is that they're making these smaller games as a way to get backing for a larger IP. So like, instead of being like, hey, we're gonna make some crazy big game that might not get good reception, might not sell well, whatever. We're gonna make and I think Microsoft's letting them do this, but we're gonna make a smaller game, and we're gonna see how well it's received. And it's gonna have pretty limited scope, but it's gonna be set in a world. It's gonna be like a flavor test, right? You can be like, okay, well here's everything that's going on with this, right? I can understand this game world through this game. And then in the process of doing that, it will let you go and get some sales and get some money and see people's reception and see what people like, what people don't like. And then I bet you Outer Worlds 2 is going to be much bigger. And that's my current thought process on it, is the fact that they are making these games as a way to experiment and then get backing and then make a bigger game. So I bet if this game does really well, we'll get an Avowed 2, and the scope will be very different in Avowed 2 than this game. Same thing with Outer Worlds. I almost guarantee you that Outer Worlds is going to be a significantly larger game than the first one, because it was able to, while everyone was like, it's not crazy great, but it's good. And I think that's exactly what they were looking for, was like, okay, now we have enough to experiment with, people understand the world, And we can now sell this larger game in good faith. That's my thought process on it. I'm curious to see if I'm right, but that's what I'm putting out there. After spending numerous days observing the habits and behavior of the Delmagon, I believe I have stumbled upon their inner sanctum. This strange glade seems to be some sort of gathering place for them, and from what I've been able to gather, it is at the heart of, at its heart, it's a powerful being they treat with great reverence. I must endeavor to speak with this manner of queen and gather as much info as I can in order to further my research. I tread with caution, though. The Delmagon here seem quite hostile to outsiders, and I'm sure the queen would not appreciate it if I had to deal with her subjects in some violent fashion. Well, here I go slaughtering again.
After you, old boy.
This place has been overgrown, just absorbed by nature. Look at this. Queen's Fury. Oh, you are hella hostile. Alright. You can't even reach me. You ain't even got the reach, dude. Grog, 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 grog. Where's the grog? There it is. Alright. So we were on the way to find the Delmagon Queen. Interesting. Very interesting.
Think the Delmagon did all that? Maybe they landed south.
I don't know. Not sure we're gonna find out, but we're gonna try.
That's all of them.
These uniques, or are these just common sword and shield? So these are 1 part godless ruin, 2 part giant nature manipulation and vines. Right? Because look, it's like it's all godless ruins and buildings. But they've been absorbed by... There's Audra. I wonder if this is where the strangled Audra is in this. Oh, get parried. Just parried a bear, dude. I've met their queen. Their community, they have. Wow, the community they have here is beautiful, alien, familiar, and foreign all at once. I'm not sure I'd ever be able to pull myself away from this. It makes the harshness of my reality softer. I cannot leave. It is only through the mercy of the Queen and my extreme caution in navigating their halls peacefully and secretly that I have avoided a grim and final fate. I speak too openly of my desire to publish my observations. I spoke to if I had been more reticent. Reticent, dude. I've been staring. I was like staring at that word, like, what the fuck? Reticent. If I had lied, told them I was nothing but a lost, lucky traveler, maybe I would be free. Maybe I would be dead. They are kind to me. I got food, shelter, and even the rare attempt at conversation. But my passion, my life force, it lives by the scratch of the pen and paper, the heated debate of science, the delight of research. They grow discordant when they see me write. I understand why. If I had come across them carving messages in dried flesh of my dead kith, my horror would be great. Yeah, that's a fair point. Paper is made from dead trees. I certainly would not provide them with said carcass to carve, so I will pass my days here, a parched man floating along an ocean, all the knowledge I've ever desired laid out before me, with not a single way to record it. Interesting. Okay, so that's what's up here. Little essence potion. Let's eat some food.
You may approach. Ah, a welcome visitor. It
They
has
expect you to have
been
eyeballs
so
like
long
that.
since
Kinda
one of your
bothers me.
kind has walked in this grove. I mean one from the land, your kind. But why have you come here? It may be that fate has brought us together. But wait. No. No. So many dead. So many of my kin are dead by your hand. The time for words has passed.
Damn.
Take him down.
So what, we were supposed to sneak by him?
They were hostile.
Where's the grog?
This ends now.
Fuck me. What the hell are you? Ow!
I can't keep this up. Look up, envoy. Watch the left. Nice. Another win, but who's counting?
Holy shit, that was a fight. Alright. You know, it's obvious there is a peaceful resolution to that. But I'm not gonna reload it. You know, my decisions put us in this position. So I will stand by my decision, even if it put us in this pretty brutal situation. I'm surprised this isn't where the strangled Audra is, though, because this is like... That's Audra, you know what I mean? Fascinating. Second character, we'll see if we can't find a peaceful resolution to that situation, but I'm not gonna reload for it. We made our decision. We gotta stick with it. 30%, oof, not bad. 3% damage reduction, not bad. I was whiffed. Where the fuck are you going, dude? Did y'all see that? You're like flying. The homie was on a move. Interesting. Very interesting. It's also interesting to me there's a bridge over there. Like, yeah, you see that? It doesn't go to anything, it just runs right into the cliff wall. So it's there for show. Like that bridge is real. It's weird that it's on the map, but this is what I'm talking about, right? What I was talking about Elden Ring doing a really good job of having a map that invites discovery. This map, because it's a fog of war, it doesn't. And then, like, you know, you can't even really trust that because that, like, that runs right into a cliff. That bridge is collapsed, you know? So, like, your landmarkers are all jacked up. Whereas, like, Elden Ring, you find the map fragment, and you look at the map fragment, and you're like, oh, dude, I wanna know what this is, you know? And then that leads you on its own set of discovery, right? What is this chunk of whatever? That's across the bridge where we were. That's where the shrine is. We're gonna go this way. This is where this Pargrunen stash was. Yep. Interesting. I'm still missing 3 fast travel beacons. I bet one's in Naku Tedek. As I look at that, that makes a lot of sense. There's this whole Naku Tedek chunk, and there's no fast travel beacon. That tells me that I'm just dumb. And I'm missing it. I still haven't found the Strangled Adras. Strangled Adra's gotta be in Naku Tedek, then. This is somewhere in this chunk of the map, or this chunk of the map. Let's go to the Rock Arc Beacon, and then let's, or Arch, and then let's cut this way. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of generally explore that direction. Yeah, this direction. Cool. I love that. Just as a little note here, I love bandits that set traps. Because you know what bandits would do in real life? Highwaymen would do in real life? They'd set traps. And I love that, dude.
Glad that's over.
Oh, let's eat some food. Where's the food at? That tree's huge. What the fuck? So this just leads us to the lake with the meteorite. And the revenants. Here's a piece of godless ruin that's been overtaken by the Dream Scourge. And spiders, by the look of it. Dead revenant. Up top. I hear the jingle. The jingle of loot. Oh my god.
Good fight.
Ooh, is this a campsite? This is a campsite. I'm still missing a campsite. Jesus. Alright. We'll rest at this one, though. And then we will go to the workbench. And I can make Corrupted Adra. Get out of here. Fascinating. All right, so in the first area, you couldn't do that, I don't think. I'm 99% sure that I could not make Corrupted Adra. I could not make Awakened Adra in the previous area, right? But you can here. That's interesting. that suddenly makes a much better case for destroying your uniques, right? Because now you can look at Nakutedic all lit up, dude. Looks awesome. What are you doing on the bridge, dude?
Got them all.
So this is the waterfall where we found the, I wonder how deep this is. I might die here. Yep. I had a feeling. I had a hunch. Alright. Let's go up to Dr. Tedek. Let's figure out what's going on up here. So my soul, this character's soul in this game, had... Who are you people? Oh, okay.
Hey! You there! Need some supplies? Salutations, traveler. Welcome to lovely Naku Tedek. It's seen better times,
Tedek.
but still a marvel of ancient architecture. Oh, but I forget myself. I'm Alyssa, a wanderer and explorer, and sometimes even a merchant. Like now. Care to see my wares?
War Mage robe. 3% damage reduction, 2% damage, plus 2 additional damage reduction, 50% cast speed. Dude, if you were a wizard, yeah, that's pretty banging. Exceptional. Wicked Andra. Lockpicks. I'm not gonna buy Adra. I think we're doing just fine. I think we'll be okay, you know. That'll do us.
This is a spiritual haven. Could we remove the animancy equipment, please?
Take it up with the governor.
But he told me to ask you.
In that case, the answer is no.
If you've come to Naku Tedek for a funeral, I'm afraid you're late. Or early, perhaps?
She's got some very
and
yellow
if you're
teeth.
An animancer.
Get
Show a little
somebody,
respect for the ruins.
please. Get this woman a toothbrush, some Colgate.
I'm only trying to maintain the dignity of this site. Naku Tedek dates back to ancient times. It was, and remains, a mausoleum of the soul. Unfortunately, godless ruins have a strong connection to the other side. They attract unwanted attention.
I'm stupid.
We get bandits, as poor Alphonse could tell you. Animancers. I even spotted a Delimgon watching from the tree line. When my order first heard of this place, they sent us overseas to guide wayward souls into their next life. More help than you might guess. Reincarnation is not a perfect system. The flaws and inefficiencies are why the field of animancy exists at all. So, in accordance with Berith, we are midwives of a different labor. Life into death.
That's interesting.
Not at all. The Adra pillar is most inspiring. Just watch your step around the equipment and the memorials.
One of
Here's
your
hoping none
machine.
of-
If you came to pray, kindly do
I'm
it
sorry,
outside.
I cut up your dialogue.
If you must.
Hold on just a second. You can give me that good stuff. All right. It's campsite? This is our last campsite. Right? Yep. All party camps. Why not? Why not? Get to see Naku Tadek, and dude, look at the mushrooms at night. Naku Tadek is so cool. Look at this. Look at that. That's awesome.
Did that artifact get?
That's 3. It's definitely getting fired up now.
+2 constitution, +2 dexterity. What's this give me? +2 intellect, +2 resolve. +2 con and dexterity's not bad either. Second wind casts Fury of Blows. That's pretty dope. Increases your damage against unaware enemies by 25%. Woo! We might be rocking that one. That one's way better, I think. So far. Anyway, I just got a level resolve, but because it's dexterity, right? Yeah, dexterity and con. I wish it was resolve and dexterity, dude. I'd be the easiest decision ever. What were we doing? Okay, let's just see if we can make anything good. Make the good leather. Make the good stuff. Steel's what I'm struggling with, though, for the weapons. Okay. That's fine. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Stand back. Go where? Here it comes.
There's a damn ghost down there, man. Damn, there's a bunch of shit down there. What the hell?
We make a good squad.
Well, there are worse places to go.
To Emerald Stair map. I wonder if I should be buying Awakened Dodger to get that supreme or superb weapon. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know if it's the right decision to do that, but
Looking so good.
dude, they're throwing the shit out of shit.
Nice job, everyone.
That was a gnarly collateral right there. That was rough for them. Wolf gloves. +1 dexterity, +1. These things suck. The wolf gloves suck, dude. You were definitely meant to find the wolf gloves earlier than I did, because I found like way better stuff. By the time I was finding the wolf gear, the wolf gloves and boots so far have just been like super mid. The ricochet ability is pretty cool. The one downside is the fact that like it doesn't do the full damage of the round. It just kind of it skips and does a little bit of damage, and that because it does that is taking away from my ability to hit my like extra damage against full health enemies. So it's cool, but it also is kind of, you know what I mean? Like I feel like if I could find a superb crazy weapon in the next area, we'll roll in that direction, you know what I mean? Alright, that's like down there where all that was happening at. Not what I'm looking for. We just made a little loop around Nakutadek. It's weird that I didn't find the Strangled Adra yet. I thought for sure it would be like here, but there's a campsite here, so that's not the answer, you know? So I do not know, man. Let's see. We have some quests. We can report to the farmers. We also haven't talked with like any of these animancers we were supposed to talk to, and we got to return to the gift bearer. So let's do that. We'll do that first. No, we'll do the farmer first. We'll go up here to the farmer, and then we'll kind of make a loop. Alright, the farmer, they're over here, right? I think it's that house. Oh shit!
Strikes.
Oh no!
Wait, is this the? No, okay. Whew. Not good though. I was worried this was my farmers, but somebody definitely fell to the Dream Scourge here. That's not good. Steal cost while blocking. Just do extra damage with the sword. It's a good safe option, you know? Extra damage is always good. Our door. Treasure map. Waterfall, bridge, camp, ledge. Oh, okay. I think I know where that is. Doors, we get some light in here. Alright. There's no place for art in living lands gone mad. Once this was a haven of free expression and research, but our voices have been silenced, our defiance stilled. Our colors blended to obscurity. If you have hope, find and carry my paintbrush. Perhaps you can succeed. He hit his paintbrush? Fascinating. Oh my god.
Hello again, friend. Have you looked in on those Zarups? Thank you, friend. I don't need the details, really. Just thank you for your help. I will let the Rangers know that the Zarups are no longer a problem. My guess is that will come as a relief.
I will at some point.
Take this for your troubles, friend. I suppose we'll get to work replacing these machines.
Right, you just come up with another small fortune out of thin air. Have you considered a future in farm security?
I bet those Zarups will be coming after us next.
So their house got swallowed by nature, by the Dream Scourge. Interesting. Very interesting.
Sit down. This one.
This is interesting. So because this was not Dream Scourge either. Last time I was here, standing in this area, there were like some mushrooms that we fought. They weren't Dream Scourge. So the Dream Scourge is progressing. So this area was a different enemy. And this time now, there was a Dream Scourge spider. And everything else that's going on here. Muy interesante. Another Dream Thrall. That's more Dream Plague. Here. Yep, these spiders are corrupted too. Interesting. What are you doing, dude? Good for you just hanging out.
You don't think the Clavager died alone in the strangle route?
Why? Don't you?
And the ambassador just found him? He just happened to be dead?
I hadn't thought about it. But now that you bring it up,
There's more to it, I'm telling you. Shit. Oh, an envoy.
are you sure it's him?
How many other godlike have come through lately? What can we do for you? Of course. Wouldn't you want to find out if they were headed here? You went in to save the Clavager, didn't you? What did you see? That's terrible. Thank the gods you survived.
They say your ambassador was standing right by the body. Is that true? So, he could have been up to anything.
Then you were killed too, though. Whoa, that can't be a coincidence. It's all a plot. I'm sure of it.
Thanks
It is
for
a plot.
stopping
It's a
by.
game plot.
She'll be chewing on all that for days.
It's funny they have conspiracy theories. I've been a little been known to have a little conspiracy about the ambassador as well. I'm not convinced that he didn't have some role to play in the Clavager's death either. Just a little bear cave. I haven't been over here. What is over here? I was like about to pull up the map to confirm that I had been here, but then I hadn't been here, and I was like, wait a minute. No, whoops. That was a...
To the right. Coming from your right.
Brunin Way Station.
Nice shot.
I got a little sketchy. Oh. Ow. Oh! Is it an axe? This says two-handed melee. Looks like an axe. Yeah, it's an axe. Axis, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. 20% damage against primordials. That's pretty cool. It's unfortunately quite a bit weaker than our horse cutter, because we, you know, obviously have been leveling up the horse cutter. But, little note, right, because my theory I've proved incorrect about finding uniques. You could A, totally get this easy, right, by coming here early, or, like another little note, I'm not going to do this because, like, it's an axe, I'm not that crazy interested in it, and we already did this huge major, like, Delmagon murder quest, right, that we did earlier. How do you get out of this place? Climb over the wall or what? Must be. Just up. And then up. Oh. Oh, probably over the fireplace, huh? Yep. 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 Now, cool. Alright. I could have made that rifle, like if I went and bought, like, Adra, made the rifle superb, and then went and found that axe would have been superb. Because uniques are determined based on the highest level unique that you have in your, or highest level weapon you have in your inventory, right? So that's a little. Come on, y'all. Y'all just had an update. They're based on the highest level weapon or armor that you have in your inventory. So, like, all your unique armors will be spawned based on your highest armor, and all your unique weapons will be spawned based on your highest weapon. So,
let's go.
I could have made this rifle a superb rifle, and then went and found that axe, and that axe would have been a superb weapon, and we wouldn't have had to use all those upgrade materials on it, right? We could just have it be superb. Which is pretty cool to think about. Just the way it works, you know what I mean? How? See, I said that. I'm starting to think about it now. That's not good. I like my horse cutter.
Here they come. One for you.
Still missing a travel beacon. Dude. Okay, that's the abandoned farms. So we explored that area earlier. We've rested at that camp before, right? Yep. Okay. Alright, cool. Know where we're at now. So the big chunk we haven't explored is this area, like, between Lake Lacuna and this camp, Sunken Village. So we'll fast travel to the Plateau Junction. We're just going to run around in those woods, just to see what's out there. I'm still looking for the Strangled Adra. I'm everywhere that I thought it would have been, it hasn't been. You know, I thought it would have been in, like, the Burial City. It's not there. I thought it would have been in Nakutadek. I thought it would have been in the Delmagon Sanctuary. You know, like, as her throne. Wasn't there. So that confuses me greatly.
I generally
Going the right way, right?
generally
no,
like
it's
swamps, but this one smells funny.
Oh, there's a plant I missed. Okay. Dead body in a cave? Yep, dead body in a cave. The Wild Woods.
Yeah.
What the hell? Did I just get stuck on?
Aye, aye.
Torque of the Warrior King. +1 might. It's pretty dope. So here's the lake. So you go north of the lake. Oh.
On your right. You got 'em all.
Ooh, golden box. Fucking wolf set, dude. Oh my god. Did it true to form. Not that great.
Looks like I pulled that stone from the lake.
How did I get so... What the hell? I be getting turned around in this fucking... this game.
Show me what you got. Nice.
At least in this area. In the other area, I didn't really have issues with it, but in this area, man, I be getting lost. I be getting turned way around. Aha! Found our last fast travel beacon. Something.
Another glorious battle.
Okay. Alright, I feel better about our map exploration now. We've like, you know, we've cut some paths through the wilderness. And we found everything but the Strangled Audra. Where the fuck is the Strangled Audra? We found everything but the Strangled Audra. That's something. I have no idea where the Strangled Audra would even be. I am now at a loss. Weird. All right, we're gonna go to this camp, then we're gonna hit that coastal path. Clean up. Alright. Power attacks do high poison accumulation to nearby enemies. A full combo deals high stun and poison. Okay. It's a poison weapon, which is cool. Right? Philosopher's riddle was a poison weapon. But I personally, not a huge fan of poison weapons. Just in general. Like, poison's not my favorite damage type in any game. I don't know. There's something about like the green, sickly look. You know, not really my favorite. Never has been my favorite. What I really want is I want a greatsword that's like that one-handed flaming sword. I want a like two-handed flaming great. That shit would be so sick. So cool. Alright, where are we going? Just right there. Boop. Consult with Alia. Okay. Whoops.
In the past week. How am I supposed to live like this? Ah, Ado. You've caught me at an unfortunate time. You wouldn't happen to be an animancer.
It all smells of heresy.
I mean, forgive me. It has been a trying week. If I have to chase down one more revenant, I'll lose my mind.
Ah, we found the dead. Yep, this explains the revenant horde.
Yes, they must be. Wait, Lake Lacuna. What were they doing down there?
Drawn this fallen moon rock.
Incredible. I've never seen the revenants gaze at the moon. Could some essence? Never mind. Now that it's here, they'll come back. This is brilliant. Give it to me. I'll take samples right away. Life? What do you mean? That's terrifying, but I made them. They wouldn't turn on me. That's what animancers do. Throw caution to the wind.
I'm not giving this guy this fucking rock, dude.
I suppose some things weren't meant to be understood. Thank you anyway. Now, I should get to work on the new flock. They won't animate themselves.
The dead bodies are stealing our jobs! The thing I can think about when he's like reviving dead bodies to work on his farm. It's like, dude, like, there's gotta be people who need employment that you can hire before literally reanimating corpses, but whatever. Oh, we wouldn't be overcorrected. We went past where we were supposed to be.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not what I want. Ah, we went way past it. It's over here.
Why is it somehow worse when the revenants aren't trying to kill you?
A godlike in Emerald Stand.
Crop infested with unusual blight. You pull it from the stomach of a revenant.
Well,
Interesting.
I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day. Beatrice. You know, the one with her viscera on display? As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
We can smell it, too.
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple.
Mm-hmm.
What am I supposed to do? Just let them decompose? Reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly. Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong. Giata Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? Especially when a renowned animancer is shouting at the top of her lungs in the streets of yore. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. Silvo is one of my Revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put a poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a Revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has come. It's possible, but this is no time for jumping to conclusions. Thank you for understanding. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, we're killing a Revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
It's definitely one way to look at it. Nope. It's a chicken. It's a chicken ladder. How do you get in this? There we go. Barred? Damn Revenant barred the door? Locked himself in here to prevent from getting put down, dude. Oh, shit.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
I saw you reach into Beatrice. So the blight got into my Revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural. Not really. But that's all right. You and I have something in common. Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace. Well, he was my first successful raising. Flawed and messy, but mine. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. It's possible, but we don't share research if we can avoid it. That's one of the reasons I moved out here. The other reason being my corpses. They don't enjoy living behind walls, if you can call it living. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say. Seems a little far-fetched. Then again, what isn't these days? You're a godlike, so anything is possible. Perhaps your nature will grant you more answers. And thank you for the interesting riddle. You and Giat are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, dude. Alright, docks is the next stop. Box.
The great mystery is, are godlike blessed or cursed? The gods are silent on this question.
Neither. They just are. Anything else is speculation.
Ah, I hate speculation. I want answers.
Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
Oh my god.
Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, But I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
It's just that we've never met a godlike before. This is a big day for us.
Giata must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giata needs to finish her research. Deal?
Jesus.
The information wouldn't be worth anything if we just gave it to her freely, now would it? Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
Some kind of mushroom. This is what you wanted to know?
Forget what I think. Let's keep the focus on you.
Who wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us?
I guess it's better than your uncle.
It's a simple question. You have a fragment of a god inside of you. All we have are silent, unsympathetic gods, and a lifetime of unanswered prayers. Insightful answer, but not helpful.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone?
That explains a few things. These are the worst questions I've ever heard.
Yvette, take a note. Godlike are inherently uncooperative. Approach with caution. I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, Godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giata wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
The two of you just stop practicing animancy forever.
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Giata will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Into exile.
Ugh, I might have dozed up.
Oops, wrong button. Wait, isn't there an additional... That's a gravesite. Journal. Due west of the governor's mansion. Okay. He's in town. That's why I've not seen him. from on high, the third surveys the land. Sowing seeds of a revolt near at hand. In a verdant glade where old ruins crumble, you will find beads dark and umbral. Hidden in the ruins, heathens long gone. The Octet of Souls. Octet? Souls?
Stop there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
You emerged from one shore and found me at another. Do you have the stone? Good. The farther it travels, the safer it will be. Even an enchanted stone should not attract the undead. The lake must have imbued it with some power I cannot name. To heal Andra's wound, I must give it a watery grave, commit it to the deepest, darkest ocean. She will forget it there. I will sail for a time. Who knows? I may drift here again. Now, will you return it? I have coin, if it would help. I can afford my boat passage. I need no more than that. Such as?
If you took one of mine?
Very clever. You're sure this is what you want? It isn't a decision to be made lightly. Go on, then. What? I feel it. They did not forgive you, and you bear it like a curse. There. Of course you have. You just don't remember what it do feel like. Don't trouble yourself. I have the answer I was looking for. So, that is that. Whatever called you to these shores. Until our next voyage around the wheel, godlike.
I would kill for a standard festering snake bite right now.
What the hell did that do? Oh, I gave him a... Oh, I don't want to do that. Hold on. That is not what I want to do. I do not want to give him a memory to not... I thought I could give him a memory as payment, or like have him take a memory as payment for the stone and get some reward for it. Not give him a memory instead of the stone. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to keep the stone. I definitely don't want to give the stone to the Animancer. Fuck that. That guy doesn't deserve that shit. This game does a... It's like the second time that's happened where like it just hasn't explained what the consequence is well. And I've just been like, that's not what I wanted to do at all. That's not what it seemed.
From deep. Even to The Lady of Lament assures me that this is better off forgotten. By helping me, you've helped her. She owes you, and she won't forget that. I will relay that message sooner than you think. So, that is that. Whatever called you to these shores. Secrets never hide for long. Like us, they ache to be known.
I would kill for
Some
a
wisdom in
standard
that.
festering snake bite right now.
All right. That's what I wanted to happen. I didn't realize that I could give him a memory instead of the stone. I thought it was instead of the gold, he would take a memory from me and I would get like a buff or something, like a perk, you know. And I was like, "Ooh, I'll take yeah, that's more useful than gold," you know. That's not at all what it meant. I am slowly not agreeing with animancy. I think the more that I explore this area, obviously, like, I want to defend the people because they're innocent, but at the same time, like, I'm starting to agree with people who are like talking down about animancy. There's something A, deeply unnatural about it, but B, if it is interfering with the process of reincarnation, I'm going to be strongly against it. And that's just where we're at with it right now. Oh my god, huh? Woman of the woods, she's giving him eyes. Fool, lad dashed me today, so we had to stop. This was my mother. Bastard punched me. Ah, dude fell in love with a Delmagon. So what if I open this box first? What if instead of that I looted this box?
That's all.
They were doing some kind of construction project here, and a Delmagon attacked. She tried to, like, seduce one of them, and attacked the rest. I'd be like that sometimes. Aha!
You're right.
Seems like a waste to me. It means something to them.
Whoa. Interesting. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so you can't get in there from here. The roots are all overgrown. And you can't get in there from here either. Oh, right here. Ah. Ah ha ha! I understand. This better be fucking worth it, because this is a hell of a puzzle. You gotta shoot this. That gives you a podium. Shoot this. Up here, huh?
Yeah.
Need those herbs. I don't care if they're protected by Delmag. Way up. Just don't get caught. A grimoire. And a dead Delmagon. That was a fascinating little puzzle. That was pretty cool. What is this grimoire? Give us Parasitic Staff, Arcane Veil, Bristling Frost, Ring of Fire. Not bad. Just forgot to grab the food, dude. Whoops-a-daisy. Was this like a cave? Ah ha ha. I see. I was just stupid.
I really don't think you saw what you think you saw.
You think I'm what? Seeing things? They're out there. I know it.
You haven't eaten in a week. None of us have.
All the more reason to pay attention to our surroundings. There's someone else out there. Someone...
And you're the only one who saw them?
People in armor, skulking about in the forest. And it's definitely not the rangers from Fjord. I'm not about to trust the word of an outsider.
Either way, you need to get some rest. And you, Adiran, should just be moving on.
So it's a rebel camp. Am I gonna find homeboy here?
Stop right there, Adiran. I know what you did. I don't have to bow and scrape to you because you let Eagwolf live. I'm no fool. You can go inside. For now. We're tired and hungry. That doesn't mean we're helpless. Watch yourself.
Interesting. It's funny that he was like describing them as bandits. They're not bandits, they're rebels. Bush. I don't know. Fascinating to me.
I have to be hungry. Now we have to be damp too. There has to be a caravan coming soon.
Wouldn't bet on it.
This is very interesting to me. Because like we're seeing the rippling effect of the consequences, right? Because like homeboy would not be here if we would have killed him, right? Which means these rebels would probably be hostile, because we would have killed them all, because they were our assassin, right?
Stand
So
back.
it's just cool to see. You know, it's weird to me because one of the criticisms I've seen of the game have been like it doesn't show you like consequences for your action, but like I've seen quite a few consequences of your action. If you convince that woman to turn herself in, she gets hung, you know, hanged, rather. And you know, here we've saved Eagwolf, and
Stay calm.
here we are about to have a conversation
Let's see what our visitors have to say for themselves.
with these people.
I said, stand down. If they had come to kill us, we would be dead.
Erlen, I know this is the Adiran who set Igwolf free, but...
What are you going to do? Growl at them with your stomach? He spared Igwolf for a reason. I'm sure he also has a reason to stand before us now. It behooves us to listen to it. Then you are of uncommon stock. People who act for the greater good are dwindling in these times. Many of our fellow rebels hold fast to Eagwolf's vision. We are not among them. Now, we are tired. Please state your purpose and leave. I knew someone would look for it eventually. Allow me to appeal to your better instincts, if you will. We are starving, Adiran. In a choice between us and them, I will always choose us. That does not mean I take pleasure in it. I feel the farmer's pain as keenly as I feel my own. But the crops are the crops. My people's lives are on the line. I have no choice. Compromise. The food we have is already barely enough.
Don't answer that.
Please. We took some supplies from Adiran soldiers. Yes. Incense, rose draught. It is useless to us. We are hungry, not ill. We would give it gladly. But what of this farmer? We have taken his livelihood. Are we to believe he would be satisfied with such a trade? Then I can hardly stand by and allow her to die in vain. Here.
That's so cool.
Take what you need.
That you could pay it.
We will pray
Because
for
I
his
had to
family's
dig
health.
to get him to tell me that, right?
Never
Like
expected
several
that to
dialogue options were like,
I
okay, I'll go
admit
get the
I
food.
am unused to Adiran generosity.
I had to dig to get him to admit that A, she was sick, because he didn't want to say that she was sick because he was worried about the dream scourge, right? It was like, it's like COVID, right? Like he didn't want to like admit like, oh, well, she has the flu, because like everyone's gonna think that she has COVID, right? So the same thing was happening. He was like, the dream scourge is happening. I don't want to admit that you know, XYZ because of the dream scourge. So he's like trying to hide that she was sick from me. I had to dig in that dialogue to get him to admit that she has looping fever and that rose drought would save her life.
For the better, it seems. May the skies smile upon you, Adiran.
It's pretty interesting. War Mage boots. Dodging has a 10% chance to restore 20% essence. That's pretty cool. Still it persists. Stout scouted too close to the riverbank this morning. Was nearly spotted one of the local plowmen. He claims we will never have enough food to sustain ourselves if we do not take risks and venture further from the cave. Wait. Too weak to survive the journey to Thirdborn. What are you doing going to Thirdborn? Very curious. It's very interesting, right? Because we had good credit here because we saved Egwolf. So it's cool to see that the game takes into account that reactivity. Again, I think the people who are saying there's like not consequences for actions or reactivity just aren't playing the game. Like there are so many examples of reactivity. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't understand why that is the thought process.
There you are. Did you deal with those bandits? You did what? You actually found treatment for her. But you let them keep the crops? Why would you do a thing like that? They're starving. We're starving. Everyone's hungry in these damned woods. Now I'll have to go bow and scrape to the Grain Commission for help. I don't need it. I wouldn't have needed it if you hadn't gotten involved. Of course not. It's not about pride. It's about a husband's duty. Gods. Fine. I'll go when it's quiet. When no one can... But nothing happened here. What I tell my family?
A hand to aid the other. Succor for those with eyes to see.
Let me at least pay you. It's not much, but it's what I can... Fine. But I won't let people think I let you work for free. Take this. A nobleman gave it to my grandfather, I think. Next time they come for my harvest, I'll be ready. I tell you that.
It's funny. Forager's friend is what, ring. Food restores health. More health, in essence. That's pretty good. I've eaten a lot of food, but I've never really had an issue with the food not restoring enough health. Food heals you a shit ton in this game. Totem, mapping the lands. Turn this quest in. How close to a level up are we? Does it say that somewhere? Ahaha, 42,000. Okay. I was wondering if I should go do the Sansa return first, but eh.
Yeah.
Clean out your soul. Honest.
You return. Have you visited all 3 gravesites? Oh, I never expected such generosity from you. You paid for my crime from your own pockets? Thank you for helping the dead to rest, my friend. You have done Fiora a great service.
And wasted perfectly good food in the process.
Now, will you stand and pray with me? May you walk the path safely, always a step ahead of the pallid night and her toll. May the usher guide you through the safest doors to the next life, and may his skeletal hand bring you only warmth. May the twin gods see faith in you in all their aspects, and may death come quickly and easily and without fear.
This is Barath, yeah. Yeah.
And may we all take comfort in the knowledge that the next life awaits. You know the prayer. It gives me such joy. Please, take this token of Bareth's favor. May it keep you from her path for just a moment longer. May the usher find you quickly, Aimiko, and ferry you gently to the next life.
One thing I enjoy about the mythology of this world is that there's two gods of death. There's a god of death that's this one, which is the inevitability of death, the acceptance of death, kind of like the what's the damage from vessels? What's a vessel? Vessel undead? I'm assuming vessels are what they call undead in this game, but anyway. I appreciate there's two gods of death because, like, just looping all manner of death into one, you know, lump thing's kind of tricky, right? It's doable, but it's kind of tricky. But this game does a really good job of, and the universe anyway, of like Pillars of Eternity, which is the universe this game's set in, does a good job of making it so that because there's two separate gods of death, you can have one that's kind of like the warrior poem of the samurai and that idea of like memento mori. It's like a respect for death. It's the inevitability of death. It's the appreciation of it. It's the shepherd, right? And then you have the other one, which is like catastrophic death.
Welcome
it's
back.
Blizzards and, you know, sickness and plague. And I think it's interesting that you can have both of those in one game or in one world. It's a good decision. I'm pretty tempted to break that the fuck down, I'll be honest with you. Do you sell anything useful? Awakened wood? Ah, shit, awakened wood's for fucking enchanting. I just bought the wrong shit. That's not what I thought that was. Ah, shit. I was looking for, like, the crafting material. Whoops. Well. It is what it is, man. Alright, I'm never going to use that. It's getting sold. Never going to use that. It's getting sold. Never going to use that. Getting sold. Plus 15% critical damage. That one's not bad, man. I might hold on to that one.
Yeah.
And I really loved him.
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment, amigo.
You sell any goodies? Ain't that good? Ah, you do. Steel trunk, hardwood branch. That's what I was trying to buy earlier. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna get an exceptional, or not an exceptional, but I'm gonna make my gun the next tier.
I surely did. You want to hear one? Arocco, you are not
eyes are like berries. Because what's gonna happen is when we get to the next area, we're gonna have to buy a whatchamacallit. And I'm like, it'd be way easier to just, you know what I mean? To just make the shit. Map, Emerald Stair. Let's go to a camp. I don't know if I can make enough to get what we're looking for, but damn if I won't try real quick, you know what I mean? I'm never gonna wear this, I'm never gonna wear this, I'm never gonna wear this, this. While you're breaking down that axe, gents. Never use the shield, never use the shield. Well, hang on the last light of day just because it's so fucking cool. it's so cool, you know? Break that down. Break that down. I'm gonna break that down. I'm gonna break this down. This axe is so cool, we're never gonna use it. Break it down. This down. Never gonna use a dagger. Break it down. I love my sword, but it's just, you know, getting broken down. Damn, you get all your upgrade materials back. Yo, hey, or not, maybe not all, but you get a big chunk of upgrade materials back. Goddamn. All right, that's good to know. Breaking your shit down, worth it. Let's see, can I get it to... Oh, yeah, I can. Look at that. Superb quality. One last trick. Our rifle is now insane. And now we can make the crazy shit, too. Just saying. So Blackwood branches... We'll do that because... You know what I mean? And then we'll level up the horse cutter. It's exceptional level 3. That we need, you know what I mean? We need that next tier of goodness to make it. But now we can start getting cave coral, which is good. And then we can break down this shit that we're not going to use. So we're never going to wear that. Or the wolf armor sucks. We said this earlier. The Arcanus Gambleson is very cool, but it's not really what we're looking for, you know what I mean? Oh, you can't break down these. Okay. More you know. Alright, let's see if I can make... So Awakened Adra, I have enough to make one Awakened Adra, which means I have enough to make one Corrupted Adra. Does not give me enough to level the sword up. You only got the one. But it's something. Exit previous location. All right, cool. I think that was the right decision to make because it now... I think it's cheaper. It's going to be cheaper than buying a superb weapon when we get to the next area. But by now having that superb weapon, I don't have to worry about missing out on uniques in the next area that aren't the high tier, aren't the right tier of goodie. You know what I mean? I know for a fact that every item I find in the next area that's unique, or every weapon anyway, is going to be superb. And that's awesome. You sell literally nothing useful to me. The tea house is a waste of time. We'll go over here. We're going to see if this dude sells any Awakened Andra. If he does, I'm going to buy it. Sells lockpicks. Gentlemen, y'all know the rule. Ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know the rules. What's the Gades and Lentilman? That's what it is.
Confounded machine.
That is a huge chunk of Adra.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop. What a question! If I were to answer in full, we'd be here for several decades. In short, we Animancers study essence, soul matter, if you will. Nearly everything has some essence, including you and I. Here in Emerald Stair, we use essence to enhance the crops, power our machines, even animate corpses. That is a preliminary explanation, but one that should serve, I hope. Giada, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked. Yes, her theory of the dream scourge, I'm quite familiar. What I need is a stronger power source. We can't make something out of nothing. We're still limited by our resources. I could use a large single block of Adra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove. Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's
So this is
heart
why
can hold an
you would have to
immense
go
amount
to
of
that
essence.
grove that we went to
The grove
earlier
is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it.
and fought the
Rangers
Delmagon
say
Queen.
a Delmagon Queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delmagon in these parts are hostile to Keith. So
Understand.
you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died.
What is an Adragon?
Delmagon queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards.
Adragon are ancient beings who are spiritually bound to an Adra pillar. They defend their home pillars until death. It's encroaching civilization explored. Okay.
Well, aren't you full of surprises?
I understand.
For an Adiran, you're very resourceful, and a more than capable companion for poor Giada.
Damn.
With any luck, I can tell you a great deal. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver. No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood.
It's less of a question and more of a stimulus. As long as you're honest, there's no wrong answer. All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
Clock?
Pendulum.
Clock.
Chrysalis.
Yeah, transformation, I would think, right? Like, the chrysalis is like a...
Spark ignites a flame. An idea ignites a war.
Hello? You still with me? Good.
In my head.
We're getting somewhere. Hey, let's go over your results. Your soul is like a piece of sea glass. All the edges are smoothed down. Quite beautiful, really. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold. Usually, all it takes is a mirror. Not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting. The stress of war can leave a mark on the soul, but this is different. Quite different. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giata's theory of the Dream Scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land. Diverted, like the flow of a river.
Yeah, that does suggest a
Purposeful,
purpose.
maybe, but to what end? Regardless, essence doesn't just disappear. It must be going somewhere. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giata my fondest regards.
Keep looking, huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Yeah, I'll be
Indeed.
honest. He lost me when we started talking about souls.
Ado, welcome to my...
This homie is on a quest and has missed literally every part of it. He has not paid attention to one iota of the quest that we are on. Gotta sell all that shit, dude. Alright, where is Giada? Where are we going? Check up with Giada. Where is she? Was she still in her house? Oh, she's still in her house. So much for getting banished from town, girl. You haven't even left.
Are you as excited to get started as I am? Because I'm very excited. Good timing. I'm about ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest?
Soldier and stranger fun. We have Pillar of Audrey, might build a character. Drain life from before. Unregulated, too dangerous to be left alone. We have Pillar
Makes
of Audrey.
sense. You won't find a better source of energy. Look at us. Barely even started. And already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances, the two are not so different. I needed those animancers for more than their expertise. Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Having it up and running means we won't get any false signals. Whenever I tap into an Adra pillar, Elia's farmhands tend to get a little bitey. thanks to you, they won't be a problem. And then there's Yvette and Remy, the governor's eyes and ears. In exchange for privacy, I gave them a test subject. I'd call that a good day's work. Animancy
Impressive.
takes a lot of preparation. You might only have one chance to run through an experiment. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus. Think of it as a spiritual tuning fork, or a dowsing rod. It has many functions, some more obvious than others. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I can't blame you for avoiding a place like that.
I would get it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down there. Right now, I would rather focus on the work ahead of us. The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Please excuse the mess.
Okay. Now, one other thing I'm curious
That's where
about
her
before we go
parents
down the
died.
basement.
I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Walking into the basement of an Animaxer I just met. Right, feels great.
Where's the governor? Because we found his dad's dead body.
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
Is the governor around?
I'm sorry you had to witness that spectacle. Giatta is a spirited animancer, but she can be intolerable at times. Whatever you may think of us, I welcome you to Fior Messiverno. I believe the nature of the living lands is unpredictable, and animancy is our best chance at getting it under control. But what Giatta wishes to do is more dangerous by far than what she's trying to solve. Quilici wants us panicking over what he can't even prove. If there's a threat to Emerald Stair, it's that old man and his fear-mongering. Don't waste your time on him. Again, welcome. You came to us at a complicated time, but I think you'll fit right in.
He reminds me of a lieutenant I served under. Led us into a trap because he wouldn't admit his maps were wrong.
Yeah, I got that vibe as well.
I have a city to run.
I found your father. I found your father. That's what I was wanting to came here to. That's what I came here to say.
It's been so long since I gave up hope. In his final days, he was fond of going out into the wilderness, and increasingly less fond of returning. Mother seemed to understand, but I never did. That was an old grudge to nurse. At least he came to terms with it in the end. Maybe I'll visit him one day, when I find my courage. At least now I can. You could have left me wondering, but you didn't. Thank you, Godlike. From the bottom of my heart.
All right. And this is where we'll pause. We'll save in front of this window, and we'll call this episode here, and we'll pick it back up later. Continue our adventure in the Living Lands. It's been a good. I feel like we made some good progress today. We got a good chunk of the game done. But yeah, I'll catch you next time.